Good evening, everybody. Let's try this again. Apologies for the issues. PS5 and streaming just doesn't seem to work. Get it sorted. So, we are back. Unfortunately, there's only 3 minutes after Q1. I've missed a bit of the action. But we are back. Anyway, Hedge Racing, Season 4, Race 4, Hammer in Spain. And I've been told by the lads there's an 88% chance of rain in the Grand Prix. We're looking at a full wet race here in Spain, according to the group. Hello to everybody in the chat. Apologies again for the previous issues. Nothing I can do out of my control. And you can see there's plenty of DNFs. Mazzles set a time, but DNF, WC and Jack Priddy didn't set a time. They've both DNF. So, and with no Hasses here tonight, I already mentioned earlier, J Wills and Whitey not here tonight. So Haas not being represented at all. I'm sure that Stein will be chuffed with that. But there's no Haas representatives at all tonight in Spain. We're down to 18 drivers. The first time all season not had a full grid. But no Haas drivers tonight, meaning it's a bit of a better opportunity for people to get into Q2, but even more of an opportunity when the likes of WC and Jack Priddy are out of the session. And a new driver tonight as well. You may notice the Ferrari of Atom is a new face. He's replacing Steven tonight. Atom is a Cone Racing League reserve. Cone Racing League driver, should I say. He's reserving tonight in place of Steven in the Ferrari. Other than that, everyone else is a full-time driver. I will go over the driver standings and everything else when we get into Q2, but there's only a minute and a half left of Q1 again. One more time, apologies for any previous issues with the stream. It's not ideal. I'm sick of it happening, but there's not really much I can do. As Alfie, who's for some reason on intermediates, I don't know why you do that. Fully deserved to go off the track there, and he's out of the session. Serves him right. I don't know what he's doing. Inter's maybe in the race, but certainly not in qualifying. And I think Q2 is pretty much sorted now, because Alfie, Mazzles, WC, Jack Priddy have all DNF'd. I actually saw Mazzles with DNF on the stream, lost it on the way down to turn 1, I think it was. And he is out. Vipers Ken currently setting the fastest time in Q1 with a 1:15.9. J Luke KXI, the new Williams driver. Hobbsy looking decent as well. Brewer Jake, Smithy all in the low 1:16.3s. As on board with AFL's in a pit. On board then with Jack Bowie. The Aston Martin, of course, got a podium, that famous P2 on the opening night, that double Aston Martin podium in Bahrain. Not really lived up to that since. But did win a race in Cone on Thursday night, so definitely got the confidence again. And although Spain's not let's say not a favoured track by a lot of people dislike this track. He'll be hoping to that him and Ethan tonight can get some solid points and get Aston Martin back up the standings after what was a really good start. They dropped off a little bit in the last couple of weeks, having some tough circuits. We've been to Zandvoort, we've been to France as well. You can see his teammates actually behind him. And both of these two tonight will be hoping to bring them some solid points for Aston Martin, especially if it is a wet race. Can someone let me know in the stream that it's sounding and looking okay? I'd appreciate it if you could do that for me. Bowie crossed his line, he was 11th, he's up to 9th and comfortably into Q2 with his teammate Little One. Smithy also improved his time, he's up to a P1, Smithy. It's only Q1, but it's a P1, it's a very impressive lap from the Alpine. Thank you, Tobbsy, for letting me know that it's all good. It's only Q1, but Smithy doing pretty good job. Thank you to AEK and Mazzles as well. Of course, only Q1 doesn't really mean anything. But Smithy clearly putting a marker down there, saying, you know what, I am capable of challenging last week. He's hoping to build on that tonight. He's back with Brewer again tonight as well. Brewer also looking pretty decent in Q1. Both Alpines in the top 6, and that is quality over. And I would imagine Atom's out, Alfie, Mazzles, WC, and Jack Priddy, so less than 15 will be is in Q2. Hey, go on, Frank. Thank you for running the stream. Make sure you drop a like, drop a sub. Let's get on with Hedge Racing Season 4, Race 4 here in Spain, where Jay Smithy in the Alpine, probably a bit of a 10th quicker than Vipers Ken and Jay Luke. There you go, out in Q1 is Alfie, Mazzles, Atom and Jack Priddy, meaning only 13 cars will be in Q2, giving everybody a good opportunity to get into that final qualifying place. So Mercedes, a Red Bull, a Ferrari, an Alfa Tauri and an Alfa Romeo are out in Q2. WC and Jack Priddy didn't even set a time. Mazzles, Atom and Alfie didn't do enough to make it into Q2. Alfie, of course, did have enough, but for some reason decided to do a lap on the Inters, crash the car, serves him right. Likes of AFL, AEK and Franco Pompey, not in the top 10, but do enough to get into Q2. They'll know they need to improve, though, in Q2 if they want to book their place in Q3. And of course, with it being predicted to be a full wet race, I think it's an 88% chance of rain throughout the full Grand Prix. You'll see the inters, you'll see the full wets. So of course, it doesn't really matter what tyre you qualify on. Sometimes you might see a bit of a strategy here. People might try and qualify on the mediums, but it's going to be soft, isn't it? You're not going to start on the dry tyre. So everyone's going to be on softs here, hammering these tyres, and pole is really important tonight. It's a tough circuit, and in the rain, it's going to be even tougher. And I think that it's crucial to start on pole tonight, or as close to the front as you can. So you have it, only 13 cars, because there'll be 15 cars, but only 13 cars in Q2. 10 of these 13 will go through. 3 cars, of course, will be eliminated. And of course, whatever tyre you set your fastest lap on in this qualifying session, you'd use for the race. But of course, if it is a wet start, it'll be irrelevant. So I don't think we'll see any mediums, maybe just to get a banker in. But I expect everyone to set their best lap time on softs in this session. You see Smithy, Bowie and G. Look, I put the mediums on probably just for a banker lap, but I'm going to expect everybody to set our fastest lap on the softs ahead of the Grand Prix. I'm going to go through the previous results from last week. Of course, last week we were in France. We had a bit of rain in France in quali. But the top 3 last week was Vipers Ken, who won his first race season last year's Drivers' Champion. He was on the podium with Jay Lawler and Alfie. Alfie actually jumped up because of a penalty for Stephen. In the end, and the Mercedes did jump on the podium. Hobbsy got 4th, Stephen 5th. Jay Wills, Hobbsy 4th from 20th on the grid, by the way. What a result that was. Stephen 5th. Jay Wills, Jack Priddy, Smithy, KXI, and Bowie completed the points. It was a bad night for like some Mazzles, AFL, Sean, Jay Luke, again, a bit of a difficult one. DNS for Franco, AEK, Whitey, Folky, WC, and Little One. So 6 DNFs last week in France. In rain for pretty much all of the race tonight, if not all of the race. How many DNFs do you reckon we're going to get tonight out of 18 cars? With rain, possibly quite a few. Of course, the less the better. It's a tough circuit regardless, and in the rain it's going to be even tougher, and I think could be on for a mad one tonight. We've seen some crazy races so far. This could be right up there. It's Baku next week. There's already a car, it's KXI, the new Williams driver, who got points in his first race last week. He's now teamed up with Vipers, kind of really good-looking team. But he's gone out on the softs and already got into a wall, and not the start that KXI would have hoped for in Q2. Last week's results in the drivers' standings are as follows. Vipers Ken, after the win, back to the top, 57 points for last season's drivers' champion. Back-to-back podiums. He's starting to find his groove now, I'd probably say so, and he's on 57 points now, Vipers Ken. A 13-point lead to J. Vills in the Haas, who's not here tonight. Apologies. So your driver standings are as follows. Vipers Ken, top of the standings with 57 points. Won it last year, looking to make it back-to-back titles. Jables and the Haas, he's second after a good start season on 44 points, but not here tonight. As I mentioned, no Haas drivers are here tonight, so a bit of a blow for Haas. And for Jay Bills, who's currently sat in P2, going to lose out tonight, isn't he? Hobbs in third on 41 points after that win in Bahrain on the opening night. Jay Lawler in fourth. In the standings on 40 points, so 4 points separating Jables, Hobbsy and Jake. Obviously, Hobbsy and Jake will be open to close a gap or possibly overtake Josh tonight if Josh not being here. Alfie in fifth on 27 points after that podium last week in France. Stephen in sixth, Bowie seventh, J Luke eighth, J Luke only in eighth with 19 points. A real poor start to the season for a man who's definitely got more quality than that. A man that's won numerous races in this league and dominated in this league in the past, and one of the favourites for the championship this year, I'd say, going into the season. So a real disappointing start for J Luke. Of course, he can turn it on at any point, and I have no doubt that he will turn it on and get back to his best. It's a long season, of course, but a disappointing start. J Luke sat in 8th in the championship, no points in France, only 19 points so far this season for J Luke. Be open to turn that around starting tonight, and so far currently second in Q2 on the means of a 1:16.1. Little one, Whitey in 9th, not here tonight. Little one in 10th completes the top 10. Mazzles on 14 points, 11th. Freefall in 12th on 8 points, and so on and so forth. Thank you to the 10 people that are in the stream. Drop a like, drop a sub, and thank you for joining me on this Sunday evening as we tackle the Spanish Grand Prix Edge Racing Season 4, Race 4 here in Spain. And as I mentioned early on, a wet race is on the radar. I'm going to get a quick drink back with you in a couple of seconds. So we are back in Hedge Racing Season 4, Race 4 here at the Circuit Catalunya in Spain. Not only a track in the heart of Barcelona that's known for its good weather, but tonight, a bit of rain on the cards according to the boys in the chat. Here are your constructor standings going into this race. Haas lead. Haas are top of the championship with 60 points. Got no drivers tonight. Whitey, Jay Wills. Letdowns. In fairness, Jay Wills, he's not very well. Get well soon, Josh. But Whitey let us down. And Haas coming into Spain, top of the standings on 60 points. Not here tonight. What a missed opportunity for Haas to gain a bit of an extra lead. They're only a point clear, Williams. But not here tonight. Haas want to give everyone below them a chance to close the gap and possibly overtake them. So as I mentioned, Haas top on 60 points. Williams second on 59, just 1 point separating Haas and Williams. Red Bull in third on 55, so only 5 points, separating the top three in the championship. Alpha Tauri fourth on 46, Aston Martin fifth on 36, 1 point clear of Mercedes on 35, Ferrari on 27, McLaren on 19, Alfa Romeo on 8, and bottom is Alpine. They are on 4. Their points were scored last week by Smithy in France, but both of them so far in Q2 hoping to put their place in Q3, and a good chance to do it at the moment. Smithy and Brewer looking pretty good so far, and a good chance for Alpine tonight to leapfrog Alfa Romeo at the bottom, possibly McLaren as well, and get off the foot of the standings. There are your constructors and drivers standings. There's 8 minutes to go in Q2, and currently the fastest time is set by Scott Freefall. He took traction control off this week, and clearly it's working. 16 dead. Will Scott be on the podium tonight? Will he be a race winner tonight for the first time ever in Edge Racing? Let's hope so, for his sake and for Mercedes' sake. Scott currently a 10th clear on the soft, so looking pretty nippy so far, is my good Scottish friend. 8 minutes to go in Q2, and at the moment Franco, KXI and AFL are going to be out, but they're all yet to set a time, and they'll be hoping to improve on that. 5 seconds invalidated. Franco's in the pits, KXI's invalidated, and AFL, the Ferrari, on his outlap. So at the moment you've got Freefall, Jay Lawler, Jay Luke, Brewer Hobbsley, Little One, Smithy Bowie, AEK and Vipers Ken, who's not set a lap as well yet. Invalidated his time, the current Season 3 driver champion, the title holder of course, Vipers Ken, looking to back it like Jay Lawler did in Season 1 and Season 2. And he's top of the championship of the course after that win last week in France. He's got every chance of retaining his title, and he'll be hoping to smash it tonight, get some more points on the board. But I think there's a good opportunity tonight for, is that AEK or is it AEK, the McLaren who's come off. I think it's a good opportunity tonight for a lot of different drivers. And what I mean by that is, I think if it is a full wet race on what is already a very tricky circuit, I think we could see a real mix at the top tonight and a lot of drama. And for all you Cone boys, I know there's a lot of you Cone boys racing and that watch the streams, you just hear my commentary last Thursday for Cone in Britain. The rain came at the end and it was an unbelievable Grand Prix. And hopefully tonight we get just as much, if not more, drama tonight. I'll be also live tomorrow as I race in Cone. We're in France tomorrow. I'm currently second in the championship after last week's race, where I got P2 in Britain. Make sure you join me tomorrow from 8 o'clock live on the Cone Racing League YouTube, where our very own Freefall, the man on pole at the moment, will be commentating my race and hopefully interviewing me tomorrow like he did last week. We will see, but our focus of course is on tonight, where KXI again having a little bit of a nightmare, the new Williams driver. Of course part of the Vipers Kenny is a pretty mean looking team, but at the moment he's not set a lap, in the pits again, and at the moment going out in Q2, so a bit of a nervy spell for the Williams of KXI. Vipers Ken set a lap, he's only 5th fastest at 1:16.1. AFL just set a lap, he's only 11th fastest. I'm not going to be quick enough at the moment to put AFL in to Q3. His teammate tonight of course, Reserve Atomy out in Q1, so at the moment no Ferraris will be in Q3, but AFL's got time to improve on that. He's not a million miles away from the rest of the pack. Still a chance for AFL to go in the pits, come back out if he's quick and get a lap in before the end of quality. AEK in the pits, also only hanging on at the moment for P10. He's through at the moment, but AFL Franco and KXR will be looking to jump him and possibly put the McLaren out. But as it stands, it's 3:12, 1:16 dead, which will be more than enough. I have no doubt about that, to put the Scotsman into Q3. Remember, of course, in Q3 there are points of gravity. If you start on pole, you get 2 points. If you start second, you get 1 championship point. Of course, that only comes into effect in Q3. There's just over 5 minutes to go in Q2. Thank you to all of them people that are in the stream. If someone could let me know once more that the stream is looking and sounding okay, that would be splendid. I'm going to get a quick drink, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Thank you to Franco, to Scott, and to Atom for letting me know that the stream's okay. Much appreciated, boys. 4 minutes to go, and I think Scott, my good friend, will be very chuffed with his time. A 1:16 dead, comfortably provisional pole. Of course, doesn't really matter in Q2 in terms of pole itself, but if you can take that into Q3, as if he has a little bit of a wobble there, the Aston Martin, the Alpine, sorry, and I think that Scott will be hoping to take that into Q3 with him and look, challenge for his first pole. Vipers Ken comes into this race with a 100% pole record. He started polling every single official race so far. He started polling Bahrain, polling Zandvoort, and polling France, looking to make it 4 poles out of 4. Can anyone stop him? Well, I think Freefall and J-Luke and J-Law have all got a chance. Vipers Ken only 5th fastest in Q2 so far. Of course, you don't give it all your hammer in Q2. But 4 drivers faster, and Scott looking pretty good in that Merc. He's a previous podium sitter in this league, but he's yet to win a race. Can Scott add his own name to the Hall of Fame, the race winners in Edge racing? Well, I hope so. I hope so. Maybe also the first Scotsman to win a race in Edge racing. Get in there. Come on, Scotty boy. Of course, I can see the majority of fast laps bar J. Lucas sat on the soft, which you can understand because, like I said, normally you might see a few medium times here to try and start the race on mediums, but of course that's not going to happen tonight because we're going to be starting on the intermediates or possibly even the full wets, which for a commentator is extremely exciting. For these boys driving, it's probably not that exciting. Big love, Hedge. Love you too, pal. I mean, it's like tomorrow, for example, when I'm racing in France, Scott will be commentating me, I'll be driving, and I probably won't want rain. My time trials on the dries are looking very, very good. If it rains, it throws spanner in the works. I've not practiced in the rain. It makes it difficult. I've not even got a wet setup. I know that the majority of these boys tonight didn't have a Spain setup in the wet because you wouldn't expect it. You're practicing the dry, so it really throws spanner into the works. It's like real life F1, I suppose, isn't it? Most of the time you're practicing the dries, don't you? And you're ready for the dry race. You don't really expect a wet race, and it throws a spanner in the works. And I think tonight we could see that again. We've had some shot results in this league over the course of the free season. I think potentially tonight we could be on for another one and a lot of drama. I hope there's not a lot of drama, by the way, because my voice is already ruined. I was out last night. I've been out all day today. So please keep driving to a minimum, please. I'm on my own. No Mike or Chimp. Just, let's have a nice chilled out race, but Hedge and chilled out don't go together, does it? Oh, Bowie has a spin in Sector 1. Look, AFL steps off. It's only an out lap, it's okay. I thought he might have screwed his lap up. Bowie's not out of the race, but his quality's over. It's damage to the Aston Martin. He's currently sat in P7, to be fair, looking pretty comfortable to go through. But that's by his qualifying over. He will not set another lap. The Aston Martin has a bit of a spinneroo in Sector 1, that sharp, that tough right-hander. You've seen it once tonight, you'll probably see it again, I have no doubt, especially in the rain. And Bowie's qualifying is over. He's P7, so at the moment looking decent for a place in Q3, but that could put him, it's a bit of a... Atom, you don't, mate. Atom, you watch my racing Thursday, mate. Don't give yourself a headache, bloody hell. I've got a headache on Thursday. I'll try to calm down tonight, mate. As Hobbsy sets a purple Sector 1 in that Red Bull. Hello to AFL, hello to Fabi, good evening, mate. Hope you're well. You're only 13, mate. There's a couple of incidents in Q1, which means only 13 cars went into Q2. We've also only got 18 drivers tonight. I say only, it's still a good turnout. We're not had a full 20 drivers on the grid. 18 still, both fast drivers missing, unfortunately. Our constructor leaders, obviously 2 temps up. He's currently P8. The Williams of KXI getting out of his way, and can Hobbsy improve in Q2 on his last run? He's currently set a time of a 1:16.4. He's about 4 temps off free fall in Q2, but in fairness, it's looking pretty tight. 4 temps separating first to 8th. Here comes Hobbsy round the final corner from 8th up to first. A 15.7. A banging lap from Hobbsy. 3 temps quicker than free fall, and it's the Red Bull that takes pole. Hobbsy more than comfortable into Q3, and of course, I've already mentioned it tonight, qualifying, is so important with the race being a wet race. You do not want to be starting at the back, and starting at the front is crucial in this race. If you get away well and start at the front, you're laughing. Anything other than that, and I think we're in a bit of trouble in fairness. Shea may be saving all his softs for Q3, which is, in fairness, is not a bad shout. You know, get through on the mediums, which at the moment he's more than comfortable on them mediums. Get through on the mediums, and yeah, see what you can do. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, by the way, but a couple of outstanding penalties for tonight. Franco, AEK, and WC have all got 10-second penalties from last week that will be served tonight if they finish the Grand Prix. So Franco, AEK, WC, they will get 10 seconds each added on to their end of race time if they finish the Grand Prix. If they don't finish the Grand Prix, it'll carry over to next week. So not the greatest news for Franco, AEK, and Coxie, WC, but you know, these things happen, and it could definitely affect the end of race result. I just wanted to mention it again. You know, I know Franco's in the stream, probably won't be too sure for that. I know AK's in the stream as well. They're both currently going out in Q2 at the moment as well. In fact, Franco Pompey's definitely going out because he's got a checkered flag. So Franco Pompey's out in Q2. Not set a lap time, which is an odd one. Can EK go through? Probably not. No, his time's screwed over. So AK's out as well. As is AFL, by the looks of it. Car on its roof. Little one! Oh, I didn't see that. That little one that's lost the car. Aton's put car on its roof and little one's out, and he's only P10. So I'm guessing the Aston Martin little one's had a bit of an issue and he's out in quali. I missed that. I apologise. I did miss that. But little one must have had an incident. As Q2 comes to a close. Oh, Bowie. It was Bowie. Oh. I don't know, mate. What I do know is that Q2's over. And at the moment, Viper's Ken, the quickest... I don't even know if Viper's Ken set a time. Pretty much equal to Hobbsy, 15.7. This is going to be a close Q3, innit? The little one was upside down. Oh. Oh dear. He had a little flip. Sorry. Oh dear, I didn't see that, I apologise. Barry saying it wasn't me, it was a little one. And unfortunately that means he's out. Which is a massive shame. He did enough to go through. So a bit of a stinker for the little one, a bit of a stinker for Aston Martin, who of course started the season so well with that double podium in Bahrain. You know, had a bit of an hit and miss run since then. They've got all the capabilities to be a top team, little one and Bowie, and little one will be a bit disappointed with that. By the looks of it, on his own accord. And despite being P10, he crashed the car, meaning that he's out and only have 9 cars in Q3. So a real downer for little one there. And I know that Ethan will be a little bit disappointed with himself with that. I rolled the car for the second time. Yeah, Ethan, gutted for you, mate. But of course, due to that, it means we'll only have 9 cars fighting for pole in Q3. Little one will start 10th. I normally say starting 10th, 11th is not too bad, you know. 11th, not 10th, but 11th. You know, you start 11th, you get, you know, choice of tyres, don't you? But of course, in the rain, don't really work like that, does it? But these lads will all put the softs on now, and they'll all fight for the 4th pole of the season. Viper's Ken, coming into this race, as I mentioned, has 3 pole positions on the spin. He took pole in every single race, bar the sprint race in Bahrain. He'll be hoping to make it 4 poles out of 4. But can any of these boys stop him? We will find out. So you've got Viper's Ken and KXI. Both Williams are through. Both Alpines are through. Is that it? Both Williams and both Alpines? 1 Aston Martin, 1 Red Bull, 1 McLaren, 1 AlphaTauri and 1 Mercedes. Yeah. So down to 9 in quali. And Alpine, who are bottom of the Constructors' Championship with only 4 points, have got both their drivers into Q3 for the first time this season. So definitely the moment looking good for Alpine. Of course, racing started here, but when both of these drivers into Q3, you're not looking bad at all. And a chance for Alpine tonight to jump from the bottom of the championship. They're only 4 points, I believe, behind Alfa Romeo. None of their cars are in Q3. So Alpine with a chance tonight to really jump up it and collect some more points and start their season off with Smithy and Brewer both in Q3. Williams as well, that good strong team of KXI and Vipers again, both into Q3. But can someone like Jay Luke and someone like Jay Lawler free fall put a spanner in the works? We will see. 10 minutes of Q3, 9 drivers on the grid, of course due to Little One's incident in Q2. And then we'll get ready for 33 laps, I believe, of the Spanish Grand Prix. I can't wait. Quick drink. I'll stay on board with the Mercedes. Actually, we'll go on board with the closest driver to the finish, which is Jay Lawler. I'll let you watch a lap of Spain on board the AlphaTauri of our two-time champion Jay Lawler, who's got DRS open on the way down to turn 1. And I'll get a quick drink while you watch Jay Lawler. I'll be back in a memento. There you have it, Jay Lawler. That's a time of a 1:15.6. That is the time to beat in Q3. Jay Luke's going to be next in the McLaren, a man who's had much success in this league. He'll be hoping to win his first ever driver's title this season in this league, but a bit of a poor start for his standards mean that he needs to get big points tonight for the McLaren. He rounds the final corner. 1:15.6 is the time to beat. Jay Luke's first time is a 1:15.7. Not even a tenth separating the top two. That is what you want to see. Next is going to be the Alpine of Smithy, of course, set the fastest time in Q1, looking pretty sharp. Got his first points last weekend. He's going to set a time. His first run for Smithy is going to be a 1:16.4. Very impressive time in fairness to Smithy. A bit off that top two, but there's no shame in that. His teammate Brew's going to be next. No, he's not. He's going on a fast lap. Sorry, the Mercedes of Freefall is next. His first time, a 16.1. Sorry. That's P3, and Aston Martin of Bowie gets a 35.1, clearly an incident for Bowie on that lap. Next is going to be the Red Bull of Hobbsy. Where will he put himself the race winner in Bahrain? He'll go fourth fastest, a 1:16.2. Next is our driver's champion. No, it's not. It's going to be KXI, sorry, on the medium compound tyre. Sorry, it's not set like that. Sorry, Viper's going to be next, and our driver's champion. What will his first lap be? It'll be a pole, a 15.6 for Ken, edging Jay Lawler with a purple sector 3, a purple lap, and for now, Viper's Ken goes fastest. Brewer, KXR yet to set a time, but as it stands, the 15.6 is the time to beat Viper's Ken, edging Jay Lawler, but a tenth pretty much separating the top three even, sorry. But as it stands, our current driver's champion, our current championship leader, setting the time to beat as he aims to make it 4 pole positions on the spin. And I tell you what, he's got a good chance of doing it, but Jay Lawler and Jay Luke not too far behind. I'm sure that Freefall, Obviously, Smithy and Bowie all want to improve as well, and of course Brewer and KXI yet to set a lap. Here comes Brewer. He's going to set a lap now. Where will he place the Alpine? He's currently not set a lap. He's round the final corner, and Brewer's first lap will be a 15.7. Again in the mix, and not too far at all behind that top 3, and a really close qualifying so far. KXI going on the mediums to do a banker lap, but needs to get in quick and put the softs on. Really, I'll probably leave this and go on the softs. He's only got 6 minutes left in Q3. Of course, not going to start like he's on the mediums, is he? He rounds the final corner. Well, KXI put himself on the medium tyre. His first run on the medium is going to be a medium time of a 15.9, which is not bad at all. Only 3 tenths from pole, and that's on mediums. If he gets a pair of softs on now and comes out, he could have a very good chance of taking pole and maybe, just maybe, making it a Williams 1-2 from the start. Well, interesting. Who'd reckon for pole then? 10 people in the stream who were banking on. Vipers, Jay Luke, Brewer, KXI, Freefall, Hobbsy. Well, gonna be close. I said maybe. As it stands, then Vipers Ken looking to make it 4 pole positions on the spin. I've also just sent a picture of Ethan's incident. So I'm just going to post on Twitter 1 second. I'll be back in a moment. Frank will back in, Smith will get pole. We will see. Quick drink, back in a second with you. As people are going to start to come out and get their last times in with only 5 minutes to go in quali. On board then with Jay Lawler, who rounds the last couple of corners. I believe he got a purple sector 1. He's narrowly behind the Williams of Vipers Ken, number 87, our two-time champion in Season 1 and Season 2. Had many battles with Vipers Ken. Here's another one. Will he take pole for now? It's a 15.5. For now, it is pole. It's going to be his last lap. Jay Luke's retired. On track! It is on track! In Sector 2! And it will not be pole for Jay Luke. It's a P3 at the very, very best. And he'll be disappointed with that. It's good news for Jake and for Vipers. But Jay Luke spins in Sector 2 on his own accord, and the bad luck continues. It's a P3 at very best, but he will not be qualifying above Jay Lawler or above Vipers Ken Smith up on his time, but only marginally at the moment. It is only Sector 1 though, and the LP looking to improve on his current P8, but big blow for Jay Luke. His qualifying he's done. He cannot qualify higher than P3, and Vipers Ken chances of another pole continue. Smithy touches the curve, didn't he validate, which is a bit of a bizarre one, but definitely cost his lap. And I think Vipers Ken chances of getting pole are getting closer and closer. Jay Luke won't be able to stop him. He's only narrowly behind Jay Lawler, but don't act like it's a Brewer, KXI, Freefall and Hobbsy just yet either. They'll also try and get pole. KXI, by the way, his time was on mediums, don't forget. 15.9, got every chance of getting pole. It's going to lap them with the man who's currently bottom at the moment, Bowie. He only set 68 in that first lap. He'll be hoping to improve here and really get towards that top 5 if he can. The only Aston Martin in Q3 down due to that incident with his teammate in Q2. And Bowie, who of course won a Cone Racing League race on Thursday, he got a race win under his belt. He got a podium under his belt in this league so far this season, that P2. As I mentioned in Bahrain, a 16.8 Bowie, much better than that. He's already 2 tenths up, which is a good start to the lap. In Sector 1, if he can keep it up, he could improve massively on that current P9 and get that Aston Martin further up the grid. There's an incident in Sector 1. I think it's someone letting somebody pass, but let's stay on board then with that green livery of the Aston Martin as he approaches Sector 2. That really tricky shot under, and he spun the car! And it's heartbreak for Aston Martin and Bowie again. They're in a bit of bad luck of form at the moment, and that spin has definitely ended Bowie's qualifying, I would imagine, and he will not improve on that P9. He spun the car on the sharp left-hander. No damage, but he's second spin of the night already, and no time for Bowie. On board then with the Alpina Smith. There's an incident in front. No, it's not. It's Brewer letting somebody pass, letting his teammate go past, and Smithy hopes to improve on his P8 a 16.4 at the moment. I mean, his last run probably in the Alpine, both Alpines in Q3, bottom of the championship, of course, in terms of constructors, both drivers. As mentioned, into Q3 and hoping to get towards that top of the grid. Smithy's best time so far is 16.4, but he'll be hoping to improve on that as he rounds the last couple of corners. That tricky chicane to end the lap, he rounds the last corner. A minute to go in qualifying is 16.4 for Smithy. It's going to be improved by a 15.9. It's P6, he's jumped free fall, and Hobbsy a very respectable time from Smithy, only 4 tenths from pole. His best quality all season, he'll be chuffed with that. Who's next then? Is it going to be a... It's going to be KXI on an outlap, who of course set up for that 59 on mediums. He's one to watch here, I think, for Paul. Bowie's going to go again and still going to have one more chance to set a lap and improve on that current P9. It's getting really tasty as we enter the final minute of qualifying. With Jay Lawler and Jay Luke on outlap, Jay Lawler and Vipers Ken, sorry, on outlap as they battle for that pole position that could be so crucial as we expect rain in the Grand Prix. Less than a tenth separating Vipers Ken and Jay Lawler so far. They've both had outlaps. We're into the last chance. It's his last chance saloon for everybody here. Who's going to be the first to set a lap then? Is it going to be Hobbsy? Oh, he was there! It's Brewer! He's hit the wall in the same area as Jay Luke, and his chances of pole are gone as well. Jay Luke and Brewer have lost the car in the same area. This is in dry. Imagine that in the rain. Oh my god. But Brewer in the Alpine, the front right tyre comes off, his quali's over. He's having a bit of an issue, that's probably cost him, his quali I think is over as well now. Looks like it, yeah, it looked like it. Smithy's qualifying is over as well. But Brewer, a bit of heartbreak. KXI's invalidated his time. He's not going to have a chance to go again. Freefall's retired. On track as well. We're dropping like flies here. Jay Luke, Brewer, Freefall and KXI have all thrown their chances away, which gives Vipers Ken a good chance of pole. Freefall losing it in the same place that Bowie lost it. We've seen 4 DNFs in qualifying. On board Jay Lawler, you may see the car of Freefall. There he is, and he'll be upset with that. Scott, such a promising qualifying earlier, looking good in Q2. He'll be good. Can Vipers Ken make it 4 pole positions in a row? Bahrain tick, Zandvoort tick, France tick. Will there be a tick in Spain as well? He crosses the line. It is pole for now. Jay Law's got it all to do here. And I think he's done. He has done. So Vipers Ken, I think, has took pole for the 4th race on the spinner, 15.3. Nearly 2 tenths quicker than the AlphaTauri J Law who's in the pits, and Vipers Ken, bar Hobbsy, will take pole. Hobbsy 2 tenths up. Probably not going to be enough. He can improve though. Will Hobbsy get into the top 2? Will he take pole? Let's have a look. He crosses line. Hobbsy from 8 up to 3rd. It's not pole. It's P3 from Hobbsy, and Vipers Ken's pole record continues. That's pole in all 4 races so far. He at the moment is unstoppable in qualifying. Vipers Ken Williams, after action-packed qualifying, takes pole. And there you have it, 15.3, just over a tenth quicker than J Law. It was a close battle. Look at that, only, well, that's like all, didn't it? Only 3 short of 4 tenths separating the top 5. And I'm sure that without a spin, J Luke and Brewer would have improved. But there you go, Vipers Ken for the 4th race in a row takes pole. John on the front row, J Law the 2nd row of Hobbsy and J Luke, Brewer and KXI on the 3rd row. Smithy and Freefall on the 4th row. And Bowie, I believe, will be joined by his teammate Little One on the 5th row. So a really exciting qualifying, which has set us up for what I believe will be a superb Grand Prix. But congratulations to Vipers Ken, who takes pole for the 4th race in a row. That pole record carries on. We head to Baku next week. He'll be open to carry on there as well. But at the moment, he's untouchable in qualifying. And you can see there, 5 or 6, at least 5 or 6 spins there. I think that was in Q3 alone on that sharp right-hander. In the dries, that is going to be a horrid corner in the wets. I see a lot of drama tonight. A lot of drama. And I'm hoping that instant submission doesn't come in a lot, but it could be a busy one for me and the stewards, couldn't it? Sit down, crack open a can, get your popcorn out, put your feet up and get ready for 33 laps, of intense, incredible racing as we have rain. And there it is, the rain is bouncing down in Catalonia. Put your feet up, it's going to be madness, you can see. Not even started yet, and it's already back. It's not heavy rain by any doubt. You can see the intermediates there in Freefall's garage ready to be put on. But it's not dry by any means, and we have rain falling. As for a commentator, that's exciting for these boys, probably not exciting, but you can see the intermediate's going to be put on there in Freefall and Mazel's garage. And it is, for the first time this season, a wet race here in Hedge Racing. We're going to get a quick drink. We're here for Hedge Racing Season 4, Race 4, and it's a wet Spain, 33 laps of Grand Prix action. Put your feet up, get comfy, crack open a beer. Let's get ready to rumble. Here we go then, and it's already bouncing down, baby. Woo! Love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. And there you go. All 18 drivers have got them green banded intermediates on. No softs, no mediums today. All 18 drivers wearing the intermediate tyres, and this is going to be a madness. Not heavy rain by any means, but it's certainly not dry. It is a wet circuit, and that's going to throw up a storm, literally. As Vipers Ken takes pole for the 4th race in a row, but in wet conditions, this could be a very, very interesting Grand Prix that could throw up a couple of surprises. There you go, Vipers Ken from J Lawler, from Hobbsy, from J Luke, from Brewer, KXI, Smithy, Freefall, Bowie, and Little One are your top 10, all 18 drivers tonight on them green banded intermediate tyres for 33 laps. It'll be a long 33 laps if it's rain like this all race. Of madness. It's not that, I mean, the clouds aren't really dark, they're quite light, so maybe it'll go wet to dry, but according to the boys in the Discord, it said rain all race, but, you know, maybe the clouds will come and it'll go to heavy rain, who knows, full wets. But no matter what, we're going to be starting on the intermediates with rain on track, and for a commentator, that is exciting. Not thoughts by any means, but certainly rain that's going to cause a stir on that track looks very, very slippy indeed. I'm excited, and on board then with Vipers Ken, who's hoping to, he won last week in France, he'll be hoping to win tonight, but it's going to be tough conditions, and I can see a lot of drama, especially at that turn 1. There's a lot of places where you can lose the car here in the drive, never mind on the wet circuit. Well, let's have your predictions. Who's everyone's predictions then? Let's hear it. Who do we reckon? Where's your predicted pit stop strategy? There ain't one. Because, of course, you can go to the end in real life on the intermediate. You're not going to be able to do it tonight. It's probably a 2-stop on inters. Keep going on the inters, depending on what the weather, obviously what the weather changes. But I'm guessing we've got inters all night. Right. No doubt. Waiting for Jack Priddy If you know, line up on the grid, he's an AI and he's lagged out, bless him. He told me in the chat, his Wi-Fi went off. Family reckons J-Luke for the win, J Lawler second and Vipers third. So J-Luke, Vipers and J Lawler, possibly a two-stop tonight, yeah, possibly. Here we go then. Where it's lights out, and away we go at a very, very wet Spanish Grand Prix. Already an Alpine onto the grass. We haven't even got to turn one yet. There's an Alpine cutting the lawn as Vipers Ken leads from J-Luke from J Lawler. J-Luke getting past J Lawler into turn one we go. Vipers Ken leads from the McLaren of J-Luke, from the Alpha Tauri of J Lawler. KXI up two, Hobbs down two as well. But Vipers Ken leads. J-Luke getting the jump on the Alpha Tauri of J Lawler. It seems to be a pretty decent getaway for the rest of the pack. But the big news so far, the McLaren of J-Luke jumping the Alpha Tauri of J Lawler. KXI up to a good start then for Williams. Both of their drivers into the top four. Hobbsy down two. There's a good start off for Little One, who's jumped 3 cars, including his teammate. What a start for him. He'll be happy with that, the Little One. WC Coxey got a 10-second penalty in the race coming, but I tell you what, up 6, he's the best of the lot. Brewer down 10, clearly an incident. Was he the one cutting the lawn? I'm guessing so. And Brewer down 10 places from 5th to 15th. An action-packed lap one here. We're going to that tight right-hander. You don't want to take that flat, do you? No. Oh, as Brewer has a look on the Mercedes. Oh, he's a yellow flag at the back. It's a VSC. Doesn't appear to be anybody out the race. But some sort of damage, and a VSC has been brought out. I'm not too sure why. No one's out of the race, but I'm guessing some damage, and the game has decided that a VSC on lap 1, a lap 1 virtual safety car is out, as Vipers Ken leads the Grand Prix. J-Luke up 2, he's jumped J Lawler, and was it Hobbsy? I think it was Hobbsy. Hobbsy down 2. But there's clearly some damage on the track. It's a VSC for now. Will anybody pit? There's a bit of a gap from Little One to Bowie, with green flag racing into a very short VSC on lap 2. Wasn't long at all, and we are back to racing as Vipers Ken leads the Grand Prix. It's a good start for J-Luke, who's not just got past J Lawler, but pulled away a little bit. But J Lawler will not want the McLaren shaking off his spray onto the visor of J Lawler. It's a tough right hand, he's cutting the curb a little bit. All Jake's got to do is try and keep it. J-Luke's a bit of a mistake there. That could give Jay the opportunity to get the place back. It's a yellow flag towards the back. It looks like a McLaren of AEK. As J Lawler and J-Luke on wheels to wheels, a little bit of contact. But it's a great battle here between the McLaren and the Alpha Tauri. 2 goats of Edge Racing. And for now, J-Luke keeps the spot ahead of J Lawler. The McLaren of AEK's had a bit of an incident. He's dead last. But look at that. J Lawler right on the rear end of the Alpha Tauri. J-Luke. Ahead of J Lawler, right on the rear end is J Lawler of the McLaren. Vipers Ken's got a second lead, but J Lawler and J-Luke having a really good battle here. But J Lawler go for the move, no, he won't. But a real good battle here between 2 superb drivers, which is suiting Vipers Ken down to the ground. He's got a 1.5 second lead, a really good 2 laps of Vipers Ken. KXI leading, but Hobbsy not too far behind the Williams driver. Both Williams drivers into the top 4. That would be superb point. Smithy had a good start. 1, and it had a bit of a slip there, but Smithy in a very good P6, leading the likes of Little One and Bowie, who are both looking good for Aston Martin in top 7, 8. 3 falls down 1, but still in the points. AFL up 1 into the points. WC up 6, looking to get into the points. Is there damage for AEK? Let's have a look. He's down 6. He's miles behind the rest of the grid, and it has got damage. The right end plate and the McLaren is missing, so not the start that AEK would have wanted. Atom's struggling a little bit towards the back as well. As in battles here, Brewer might have a look on Franco Pompey then, down to turn 1. Brewer getting past the Alfa Romeo. They're both bottom of the championship, aren't they? Alfa Romeo 9th in the Constructors' Championship. Alpine 10th. Brewer breaks late, gets past Franco Pompey. There'll be a contact though! And I think Franco's lagged out actually, lagging everywhere. So for now, them to stay where they are towards the front. Then J-Luke still having a little bit of luck on J Lawler, but for now it remains Vipers from J-Luke from J Lawler as we head on to lap 3. No DNFs yet. In fact, it's VSC again, which is a weird one. AK's in the pits, but for some reason that's our second VSC in 3 laps, but we've got no DNF, so a really weird one. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not too sure why that is. For some reason or another, we've got a VSC, 2 VSCs in 3 laps, but yet to have 18 drivers and no one's DNF'd us yet. But hopefully get the VSC off straight away and get back to racing. You don't want to be sat on a VSC, do you? Get back to green flag racing. But interesting that. I don't really know why there's a VSC out. I'm not too sure why that is. As we head on board then with Vipers Ken as he approaches lap 4. He started on pole, 4 laps in, he's still on pole. Holds off like the J-Luke and J Lawler. Get the VSC off. Come on, we don't need it. Come on. Come on. Get on with it. Get on with it. What's this VSC about, man? It's a safety car. What? Why is there a safety car out? Nothing's even happened. I mean, wait, Alfie, that's not allowed. Why is there a safety car out? Oh, come on, game. Oh, we've got a safety car on lap 4. The VSC turned into a safety car, but I have no idea why. I mean, I may have missed something, but from my perspective, that wasn't needed at all. Seems very, very pointless, that. As the rain carries on falling here in Spain, Vipers Ken does lead from J-Luke, from J-Law, from KXI, from Obviously the top 5. Williams looking pretty sharp to find first and fourth, but for some reason, Bert Maylander is out in his safety car. And we have got a safety car here on lap 4. AK still on lap 3, going to go on to lap 4 now. Whether that has something to do with AK, I'm not sure. It just seems a bit unnecessary, that, to me. Of course, no one will pit, will they? Unless they've got damage, you don't need to pit, you know. You wouldn't pit, would you? It's not like you got dry tyres on, you're looking to pit for softs on mediums, because it's not going to happen, so. And it's certainly not wet tight, full wets yet. So, you know, in fact, it's quite a clean start to the race, but I don't know why the VSC's been brought out. I have no idea. And then obviously it turned into a safety car, which is a bizarre one. But nevertheless, we're heading on to lap 5. And we are under safety car conditions. So I'm going to get a quick drink while the safety car does its business, while the boys form up the grid. And hopefully we can get going racing again as soon as physically possible. Someone can let me know the stream's okay, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. We're still under safety car conditions. Franco Pompey's lagged out the session, and I think that's what's given Alfie a penalty, by the looks of it. So Alfie penalty will probably get removed. It looks like kind of a dodgy penalty, that. Franco's lagged out, and Alfie's been given a penalty for overtaking him. So, possibly get removed, that. Alfie, if he submits it. Franco's lagged out, and unfortunately, both Alfa Romeos have lagged out the session. Which is not good. No Haas tonight. Looks like no Alfa Romeos either. Franco and Jack Pretty are both lagged out the session. So, oh dear. Can we go racing again, please? We're still waiting for AEK, who's falling a bit down, which means we'll do another lap, which is frustrating. Again, I'm not too sure why that come out. I don't really know the need for that, personally. I don't think it was necessary. But on the flip side, I don't make the rules, you know? I don't make the rules. So, what can I do? Not much, unfortunately. So yeah, heading on to lap 6 of the Grand Prix, on board then with Vipers Ken. Been a very slow pace first 6 laps due to the safety car and the VSCs that have come out, but no one's DNF as yet. But a long way to go as the rain continues to pour down here in Barcelona. Somebody in the stream just let me know again that the stream is looking and sounding okay. That'd be much appreciated for me. Puts my mind at ease. And I'm hoping at the end of this lap, AK's caught up the grid, and we'll get ready to go racing again in Spain. You sound dead grown up. Cheers, Kez. You should be here with me, mate. But thank you, pal. At least shot me a like to make up for it, mate, you know what I mean? That's tough tonight. Long night. It's going to be a long night, isn't it? It's going to be a long night. You know, with a full quality and then obviously with the rain. Be a long night. In fairness to Kez, he does work early. And when you got like long nights like this with the rain, you're looking at a late night for you, aren't you? So I get that, mate. I get that. Appreciate you watching though, pal. And hopefully you can... hopefully you enjoy the stream. Thank you to Favi. Thank you to Greg. Thank you to... whoever else is in the stream. Still I apologise, I don't know everyone who's here, but it's 12 of you. Thank you all so much for spending your Sunday evenings tuning into Hedge Racing. It really does mean a lot to me, joining me on stream, and hopefully we can get some really good racing. Now the safety car is coming in this lap then, so we head on to lap 7 of the Grand Prix, and still the rain continues to fall. It's not really dark skies, but certainly not light skies either. Great stream again, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate the love and support as always. Make sure you join me tomorrow night at 8 o'clock as I race myself. That'd be good to get some support tomorrow night on stream when I race at 8 o'clock in Combe Racing Leagues and trying to win the championship. But enough of that. Let's go racing again. 5 rounds, last corner on to lap 7. Not who's that in the pits? Is that AK? J Luke? Hey! Why is J Luke pitting? Damage? No damage. I'm baffled. I am baffled. Why would you pit? No damage. I'm baffled. I can't answer that question. Why J Luke's pitted there, I don't know, but he has. Which means for now, it's Vipers. I'm streaming I'm streaming tomorrow, mate, but it'll also be on the Cone channel, so you get both perspectives, mate. 8 o'clock, pal. Cone Racing League, Tier 4, Hedge 11's Racing in France. Trying to win after my P2 last week in Britain, mate, but you'll get it on the Cone YouTube and my YouTube, all being well. But I do not know why J Luke's pitted there. I mean, I can't answer that question, but he has pitted. He's down to 18th on fresh intermediates, but on the restart, it's a bit of a dodgy time to pit. Only he'll know the answer to that question as we tackle the right-hander. No DNFs as of yet. Is it a commentator's curse? I hope not. Appreciate it, cashing, mate. Thank you very much, pal. Another safety car. What is going on? What is going on? Is this a glitch? I don't want to... We got a glitch here tonight on the game. You pay £80 for a game, and it just shafts you complete all the time. Why is there a safety car? No one's DNF'd. Brewer's had a bit of an incident. He span. But that's certainly nothing to do with why the safety car's out. It come out before then. 7 laps into the race, we've had 2 CSCs and 2 safety cars, yet no DNFs. I mean, I am baffled. Taz puts what's wrong with this game ruining a good race. I know, literally. Brewers retired it. Oh god, on the interest of the pits. That isn't good for Alpine. Lobby glitched, I think, pal, but can't confirm. Prob's going to have 3 more. Great. Brilliant. Pay £80 for a game, and you get service like this. It's just a joke. An absolute joke. Okay, I don't care what anyone says, right? You pay £80 for a game. It's been out now for about 2 months. What's going on? You know what I mean? What's going on there then? But we'll crack on. Of course, we can't back out. We'll not be backing out. It's not happening. So we're going to crack on, regardless of what happens. It's a bit rubbish. If it is glitched, I apologise. But again, there's nothing I can do about it. So just deal with it. But we will not be backing out and starting again. I can confirm that. So if we have to sit here and watch 5 safety cars come out, as annoying as that is, as frustrating as that is, as infuriating as that is, we'll have to do it. You know, and that's it. A bad night for Brewer, clearly. Bad night for J Luke. I don't know why J Luke pitted. Who was that on the... What? AK, you good, bro? The new McLaren lawnmower in stores now. Interesting. Yeah, it's just really weird. One thing is not too bad. Yeah, no, yeah, I agree, mate. But you know, it's just a bit, you want to see entertainment, though. You don't want to sit here and... What is going on at the back here with Franco Pompey? What is going on here with Franco? What have I missed? Not much, Greg, to be fair, mate. 2 safety cars that weren't safety cars. Typical F1, mate. You don't really miss much. You can, Greg, to be fair, mate, you can probably go, come back here now, and we'll be on lap 10 with all these safety cars. What is going on here? I think the issue could be that Jack Priddy and Franco are AIs as well. I don't know. Is Franco back? Franco could be back actually. Jack's definitely an AI. I know that his Wi-Fi went off. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know, they're just ruining a good race here. It's got all the possibilities to be a good race. I mean, I don't know, it's been awful. But nevertheless, we try and move on. Heading towards lap 10. Not really been much racing so far, but it's Vipers from Jake, from KXI, from Obsy, from Smithy, Little One, Bowie, AFL, WC and Mazzles in the top 10. J-Luke did pit. I'll show you his stops now. There you go. So AK, J-Luke, Alfie, Atom, Freefall, and Franco have all stopped at least once. The rest haven't stopped yet, so they've all got older intermediates on. There's been changes as well. KXI up 3. Hobbsy down 1. Smithy up 2. Little One up 4. Bowie up 2. AFL 3. WC up 8, by the way. What a start for him. Mazzles 5, AK 1, and Jack Priddy 6. J-Luke down 9, but of course that's pitted. Freefall down 8, but it's pitted as well. Alfie, the only driver apart from the top 2 that stayed where he was at the start. Yeah, I mean, I hope it isn't the safety car glitch, but I'm guessing it is. But I'm going to reiterate something. If it does come out again, do not leave the lobby. We will not be doing a restart. We'll carry on regardless. I know it's annoying, but we don't have time. We don't have the, we're not doing a restart. It's impossible. So if it is annoying, we have to grind it out. It's crap, I know. And touch wood, it's not the glitch, but it's looking like it could be. And we grind it out and we get this race done. I mean, Spain's awful as it is, isn't it? No one likes Spain, really. It's more like pain. But we are into lap 10. Going on towards lap 10. Burnt Mayland is going in again as Vipers Ken nearly loses the car. That would have been interesting. But Burnt Mayland's going to head into the pits for the second safety car restart. Once again, it's Vipers Ken who's going to take us on the restart. J Law right behind him, KXI right behind him as well. J Law's in a Williams sandwich there as Vipers Ken rounds the last corner to get us on the way for lap 10. And fingers crossed, a little bit of racing. It's it's Vipers Ken from J Law, from KXI, from Hobbsy, from Smithy in the top 5. Both McLaren's getting close together as well with an Alfa Romeo a bit further back into turn 1. We go! As Hobbsy taps the rear end of KXI. Into turn 1. Smithy having a little look on Hobbsy there, but not going to get the move done just yet. Little One and Bowie not too far behind, but Smithy, Hobbsy and KXI in close proximity now as we head down towards sector 2 in a really tough sector in dries. Never mind in wets. Jack Priddy has lost out to AK. Of course, Jack Priddy is an AI driver, so of course he'll probably start dropping. J Lawler 7 tenths behind Vipers Ken. How many times have we seen Vipers Ken battle against J Lawler? J Lawler tonight, by the way, a bit of an interesting fact for you. He's raced twice here in the history of this league. He's DNF both times. Probably didn't want to hear that, J Lawler, but surely it can't be an hat trick tonight, can it? I hope not. But anyway, nevertheless, we are heading towards lap 11. J Lawler, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. This game is so fucking shit. Well, I get a wet race as a commentator and you think, get in there. And then... Where's Alfie retired in the pit? Got my connection meant to play. I'm gutted for you, Jack, mate. Honestly, there's nothing I can do, like, EA all over in it. Code Masters, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to put a message in the chat just to tell everyone to stay in. It's annoying, but just to stay in. Bear with me a moment. Frank, I'll try and invite you now, mate, but I can't promise anything. I'll try my best, mate. There you go, buddy. There's an invite. Yeah, apologies for this to our drivers, but also to the people that are in the stream watching. It's not the entertainment that you'd have hoped for. It's not the entertainment that I would have hoped for. It's not the entertainment that the drivers would have hoped for. But this is F1 for you, and unfortunately, Shafter does a little bit on these first 11 laps. Probably the slowest level laps you're ever going to see in your life. It is the glitch, and I think it can happen to up to 5 safety cars. We've had 3. It means we have to. This happened in Zandvoort last year. A similar sort of incident where you got to a certain part on the track and it just brought a safety car out. Again, why it can't come in there, I don't know. Everyone's here, so why it couldn't come in then, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, if it is the 5 safety car glitch sort of thing that Limmy suggested, it could be. This is the 3rd safety car, so it'd mean we have to do 2 more, which is not ideal. Boring as anything, depressing as anything, and not entertaining at all. But if we can ride out 2 more safety cars, we're probably going to get what, 15 laps of racing, and hopefully we can hammer it. I mean, it is far from entertaining. This. Try to get the stops close you can. There you go. So everyone by the top 7 has stopped once. See that the likes of, well, the top 10 have all done 11 lap on the inters. Nothing you can do, don't stress. And it's just a bit crap, innit? You just don't want it to happen, do you? But again, like you say, there's nothing we can do. You pay £80 for a game, and you're getting your money's worth, aren't you, clearly? So the top 7 and 11 lap, all the intermediates, the rest have all pitted at least once. Like the Hobbsy little 1WC are looking pretty decent, to be fair, on the fresh inters. I mean, in fairness, I'd normally say 11 laps on the inters will be tough, but we haven't done any racing, which is frustrating. Again, I have no doubt that another safety car will come out on this lap. I hope it doesn't, but I have no doubt it will. We're going to have to ride it out and just get on with some racing at the end and hopefully do a sprint race at the end type of thing. I would normally just pack it in and leave it there, but at the end of the day, people put a lot of effort in tonight, you know, with the full qualifying session and with the opening few laps. People put a lot of work in tonight. I wouldn't want to throw that away, so we'll finish it off, get it done with, and move on to Baku next week, and hopefully we can have a good end to the race and entertainment on track. It's got all the ingredients to be a good race this tonight, you know, with the rain and with the qualifying. So it's a bit of a shame really that the rain sort of ruined it, but because Vipers can on his 3rd safety car restart in 12 laps. He rounds the last corner, has a little bit of a wobble on the restart, which could give Jay Lawler a chance to make a move into turn 1. He will make a move into turn 1. The wheel to wheel going out to turn 1. Vipers Ken, Jay Lawler, who bites first. Let's have a look into turn 1. Jay Lawler breaks late, and Jay Lawler leads the Grand Prix. The wheel to wheel. Ken comes back, but Jay Lawler leads. There's a massive collision between Jake and Vipers Ken. Let's retire Jay Lawler. There's your drama, alright. Oh my goodness me. The 2 boys that have had countless battles in this competition have had the biggest collision you will see between the 2 that has retired Jay Lawler. It's put Vipers Ken into a wall as well. There's going to be more drama, I'd imagine, after this race surrounding that. There's your drama you wanted. Unfortunately, it's a hat-trick of DNFs at Spain for Jay Lawler. He retired here in Season 1, he retired here in Season 2, he's retired here again in Season 4. 3 races at Spain, he's retired at every single one of them. There's your drama. Jay Lawler is out of the Grand Prix after a collision with Vipers Ken. Wow, 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 wow. The Season 1 and 2 champion fighting with a Season 3 champion, 2 of the big dogs, 2 of the drivers that have had massive battles in this league. And there's your drama. Jay Lawler is out. Very controversial, but he scores nothing tonight in Spain. Was that a drive-through penalty for KXI? It is! It's a heartbreaking drive penalty for KXI. You can't do it under a safety car. Does he know that? Oh. Like Verstappen and Hamilton. Well, I do not think that'll be the end of that conversation. As Vipers Ken and Jay Lawler crash, and the AlphaTauri of Jay Lawler's wheel come off, and it's going to be no points. A damaging defeat for Jay Lawler. P2 in France last week to get him right back into the mix after a poor start to the season. But he's going to get nothing tonight after a really controversial incident with that man there, Vipers Ken, who's pitting for a new wing and new tyres. Wow. A battle that, I tell you what, there's a long way to go in this season. That there alone could be a big moment in the season. A massively impactful moment in the season. And I know as well that Jake's not here next week. He can't make the Baku race next week and he's away. So he'll get no points next week either. And that could be massively controversial. And Vipers Ken, well, could he find himself in trouble for that? Maybe, just maybe he could. But that is a massive moment in this season. That unfortunately has impacted Jay Lawler. And I'm sure we won't hear the end of that or see the end of that. For now, it's actually the Aston Martin of Jack Bowie that leads the race. He's yet to pit, of course. There, he's just stopped. There's only actually Jack, AFL and Mazzles that are yet to pit for new tyres. The rest have stopped at least once. AAK stopped twice, but Jay Lawler, Alfie and Brewer are all out of the session. Hopefully he's put Rosberg versus Hamilton-esque in 2016. Well, it is. Jay Lawler's out and Vipers Kenny was leading on pole. He's now dead last, so damaging for both of our previous champions. And I said that tonight could be an interesting one. It's give Jay Luke, who had obviously pity for them Inters, it's giving a real good chance now on them fresher tyres. And that, well, that was controversial. And it's a DNF for our two-time champion. Well. I mean, obviously, look, Vipers Ken and Jake have been a big part of this league over the last couple of years. They've had countless battles for championships, for race wins, for pole positions, and give me and everyone else a huge amount of entertainment. And that's another chapter between the two of them. Is it a Hamilton versus Verstappen rivalry? Well, maybe. What I will say is, although we've got a long way to go in this season, that could be a big moment, a big moment in this season. A defining moment in the season, I think. And of course, at the moment, you're not getting Vipers not getting any points. So certainly an interesting chapter of what, other than that's been a pretty dull race due to the safety car glitch, but it spiked up a little bit. Of course, if you're Jay Lawler, you're livid, and rightly so. He got a P2 last week in France. Started to climb the grid again after a bit of a hit and miss start. Obviously, the DNF he had in Bahrain on the last lap. And of course, with him not being here next week, it's a big blow for Jake. That big blow. He misses the Baku race next week, and the curse of Spain gets Jay Lawler again through no fault of his own. But let's focus on the race. I'm sure that we'll see more and hear more from the incident from both drivers later on. But at the end of the day, we've got 18 laps to go here, and 15 drivers on grid that still want to get points. So let's get ready to go race again. It's a KXI, hits Smithy, and gets a penalty. Oh, God. And for all of a sudden, Williams are top 4. They're now down in 12th and 15th. How the table's concerned. And we're on board then with Jack Bowie, the Aston Martin, going to get us underway on the restart. We've got J. Luke, AFL, and Mazzles right behind him. Atom as well. Also, Atom, fair play in the points all of a sudden in the top 5. He's the first race in Edge racing. As we're on board then with Jack Bowie to get us racing on to lap 16. Here we go. Jack Bowie from J. Luke from AFL from Mazzles, and on his debut from the reserve driver of Atom, Franco Pompi, has retired on track, I believe. He has! Right in the middle of the track! Oh my God! He's out, Vipers Ken! Having a look at AEK, but Franco Pompi, a serious incident on track, and the Alfa Romeo is out. It's another DNF. Oh, he got a puncture! Vipers Ken has a puncture! Oh my God, and I think that was because of I think he hit Franco Pompi's car. And the front right wheel on Vipers Ken's Williams is punctured. Oh my God. Drama upon drama upon drama here in Spain. Vipers Ken is off the track. He can't control the car. He's got a puncture. And I think he hit Franco Pompi. I think that's what it was. KXI's also dropped. That's for the drive-through, wasn't it? But Vipers Ken, the front right wheel punctured. Oh, he's in big trouble. We need safety car to come out, doesn't he? That could be a blessing in disguise. If this comes out, now it's a blessing for Vipers Ken. If he doesn't come out, his race could be well and truly ran. Oh, it's one of the freezing. Mazzles just come off. Here's Mazzles. He's off as well, and we're starting to get drama here in Spain. As Vipers Ken, right in the back, is dropping and dropping and dropping, and his race could be ran. He's got to get to the pits and change it, and he's not going at speed. You can see the front right tyre, I believe he hit Franco Pompi after he retired the car. And you can see the puncture on the front of Vipers Ken, and he's losing time for fun. J-Luke leads comfortably. You think the race is in his hands. If anybody needs a result to pick up his season, it is that man J-Luke. And look, maybe he's starting to fall his way due to big incidents involving Jay Lawler and Vipers Ken. AFL closing the gap on JB Bowie. Atom in fourth, both right in the top four. All of a sudden, Atom looking very good. Free fall, only 2 points behind Atom. Vipers Ken still not even in the pitch yet. He is now, but I tell you what, there's a chance he could get lapped or nearly lapped. He's miles behind now, Ken. I think he hit Franco Pompi's car and just sliced his tyre completely. You can see he's in the pits now, but I tell you what, he's got a pit. You say, oh, he's going to be miles behind Ken, and that could be huge. But I think Jay Lawler's happy with that. He could say it's karma, Jay Lawler. But there you go. He comes out the pits with a lot of work to do. Vipers Ken, J-Luke from Bowie from AFL. Of course, Bowie and AFL yet to pit. All of a sudden, Atom, who pitted earlier, no penalties, looking pretty good. He has lost out to free fall, looking pretty good, isn't he? It's J-Law's put perfect karma, mate, over Verstappen and Hamilton. Well, maybe it is karma, and at the moment, Williams, 13th and 14th, they're both in the points. Both top four. They're now well out of the points, and Vipers Ken has got work to do. So far your top three is J-Luke, Bowie and AFL, but of course Bowie and AFL yet to pit, which will get free fall a good chance. Free fall now got to try and close the gap on AFL. Frank Pompi, perfectly timed slide tackle. Just wrong place, wrong time for Vipers Ken, weren't it there? Unlucky. Here comes Atom then, who's got Mazzles and the little one for company. Hobbsy not too far behind either. The race is starting to spice up. Luckily, looks like we're going to go racing now. We're going to start seeing some battles here as Atom's got Mazzles, little one, and obviously WC not too far behind either. As J-Luke's lead is now 6.5 seconds on them fresher tyres at the moment. It's falling into place for Jamie, who needs a win. He's had a poor start to the season as Little One has a look on Mazzles. It's a good move from Little One. Has he got the job done? I tell you what, he might have done, you know, as Mazzles comes back. It's a good battle here between the Aston Martin and the Red Bull. And for now, Little One gets a really good move on Mazzles into P6. Fair play to Little One, who also needs a good result. He started the season in P3, of course lost that P3 due to so he didn't lose a P3, but he lost his form, didn't he, after that race with DNFs in a few races. He needs a good result tonight, Little One, and to be fair, him and Bowie looking pretty good for Aston Martin at the moment. 18 laps in, Franco, J Lawler, Alfie, Andy and Brewer all in F. A puncture for Vipers Ken has put his race in the mud a little bit. For now though, J-Luke leads, and it's an 8-second lead. That lead's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The ball at the moment well and truly in the McLaren of J-Luke's court. It's the fastest lap of the race as well, a 1:26.6 for J-Luke, who well, just to that Hobbs in, he needs to get past his teammate of Mazzles, who's got no battery at all. Hobbsy does get past Mazzles into P7. Hobbsy trying to get a climb now up into that top three as Mazzles not pitted yet, loses out. WC has got Smithy behind him for company as well. It's a big gap then down to AEK in P11. But here you go then, lap 19. J-Luke now has a 9.2 second lead on JB Bowie, and that gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Jamie, of course, had a really poor start for his standards to the season, not won since the sprint race, down in 9th in the championship, I believe. Needs a win to really cut his season as Jay Spiffy goes for a move on WC. It's a bit of contact there between the two. They're still fighting. Alpine versus Alpha Tauri. Oh, God. Oh, and Cox got off the track. Oh, it was well on, were it? Both of them were as bad as each other there by the looks of it. It's the yellow flag towards back. Is that Coxey? Yeah, I think it is Coxey. Look at J-Luke's time now, 10 seconds to Bowie, who's got free fall behind him, but J-Luke is flying. Of course, Bowie yet to pit on the minute. There's 80 laps that him and AFL's done, and Mazzles on the intermediates. Free fall behind him on 10 laps. You expect free fall on the better tyres to get the job done, the Mercedes. There's not one but 2 out of 2 fries behind him. J-Luke setting another fast lap. He's absolutely cruising now and needs this result to get back in the mix and climb that ladder in the championship? Could this be the race that kicks off Jay Luke's season now as he bids to become the champion for the first ever time? Well, maybe it is, as Freefall gets closer and closer and closer to the rear end of that Aston Martin of JBI. Mazel's in the pits, that's his first stop for the Red Bull and Mazel's, but for now it's Jay Luke from Bowie from Freefall. Bowie now onto his 19th lap on it as Freefall. Alex going for an inside move, it worked, I tell you what, it worked on, but what if that would have been if he could have done it? Backs off in the end, didn't he? But Jay Bowie under pressure now from the Scotsman of Cone Racing League _ Freefall. AFL also done 9 laps on the Inter, to be fair, still in P4. Atom's gone wide and that could invite Little One for a move. It does, you know. Little One gets past him, Hobbsy also gets past him, so Little One Hobbsy only on 8 laps on the Inter, goes well, but Hobbsy goes a little bit wide and loses the place again to Atom, does he? No, he doesn't. He gets it back. But Hobbsy and Little One couple on to look out for, only 8 laps on the intermediates, both into the top 6. And much fresher tyres than the ones above them, so keep an eye on them too. As Freefall has got past Bowie, and now on them fresher tyres too. Bowie will try and pull away. I expect Bowie and AFL to put pit pretty soon. As Little One's next job is to get past the Ferrari of AFL, who's done more than double the time on the intermediates compared to Little One. Aston Martin looking alright at the moment. There's a little bit of wiggle there for Little One. That Hobbsy closed the gap even more. Of course, you can't make a move here, but on the straight, Hobbsy may try and get a move on the Aston Martin of Little One, of course. Jay Luke's on for a win though, but 14 seconds the gap's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but the rest of the pack, it's wide open for the podiums. Bowie and AFL going to the pits, and that for now will put Little One into third, Hobbsy into fourth. So it's Jay Luke from Little One from Jay Luke from Freefall from Little One from Hobbsy. Jay Smithy, well, I'll tell you what, he got good result last week, didn't he? He's currently 5th. WC into 6th. Who's going to drop even further? AFL into the pitch. You can AI Jack Pretty, Mazzles and Vipers Ken, who's not really gaining at all, is he, in a chance? There's a good chance at the moment Vipers Ken could end the night with no points. That could be a big one, couldn't it? And Jables, who's not here tonight, would have been cautious, but Vipers and Jake behind him might not be too bad for Jables. I hope Josh is feeling better as well. Get real soon, Joshy boy. Hope you are well soon, my friend. Hobbsy, 4 attempts now behind the Aston Martin of Little One. A real big battle here. Both these drivers on 9 lap of intermediates, both battling for that final podium place and possibly a P2. It's a crucial penalty, a costly penalty for Hobbsy, who cut the corner. And that could be a penalty that could cost him. Little One at the moment, not got a pen, looking pretty good at the moment, Little One. Potentially his 2nd podium in the season. Of course, he got a P3 in Bahrain. Can he match with a P3 in Spain? He'll be hoping so, won't he? And get back on track after a couple of dodgy races. Where's Barry come out in? It's Barry, to be fair. I'm fresh in to come out in 9th. That's not too bad at all. Ooh, it's Smithy! So he's lost the car! He spun the car, he was in P5! He spun the car! And it's going to be a spin that really costs Alpine and Jay Smithy, who's going to lose places to WC and AEK, who's in 6th at the moment. KXI will also try and get past him. There's a yellow flag on the straight WC, isn't it? It is WC. And he's lost the car as well. And he's going to drop and drop and drop. And he needs points for AlphaTauri now after J-Law's DNF. Coxon not had the most consistent results so far. He's a good driver, but he's had a bit of a tough time with it so far since the sprint race. Vipers Ken still sat down in P14, still struggling to really make any time up at all. He's got a big job to do now as Mr. Vipers Ken to get even into the points. The penalty for the Williams of KXI, he's left it so Williams at the moment, after what looking like a good qualifying and a good start to the race, potentially could be getting pretty much nothing in the points. So far, your top 3, it's 11 laps to go. J. Luke is now 16 seconds clear from Freefall and from the Little One. For AEK, no penalties. On good sides as well, but he's got the Alpine and Jay Smithy company, the Williams of KXI not too far behind. Now Smithy having a look on the rear end of AEK. McLaren versus Alpine. On the inside, got the space, got the power to retake the place and get past AEK. And AEK might go for moving to the corner. He does go for moving to the corner on the inside line. AEK versus Smithy. It's a great battle in fairness. KXI is also here as well, but Smithy gets past him. AEK is also going to lose the place to KXI as well. He's going to lose a bit of time there. AEK's lost places and gets a pen, to a pretty damaging lap for AEK. 2 places lost and a penalty. And Coxey there as well. It's a pit stop now for Jay Luke, who's going to come out after pitting, still in a very solid P4 with the cars ahead of him, all the tyres. Pretty much free pit stop, wasn't it, really? A real good battle here. It's Hobbsy and Little One still going out on the same tyres. 3, 4, 40 laps old tyres. Little one Hobbsy on 11 lap old. J. Luke on fresh intermediates will hunt them down and try and retake that P1. And you won't put it past him, would you, on them tyres? Don't forget, end of the race, Coxey will get a penalty. Franco will get a penalty if he's retired, so penalty carry over. AK will get a penalty as well, that carries over. So possibly Coxey and AK's 10-second penalties could cost them points, but we will see. 10 laps to go, 3-4 leads, but the ball still in the foot court of J. Luke back for sure, isn't it? Definitely. Fresh intermediate tyres. No penalties. At the moment, he's a firm favourite to go and win this race. And if he gets another penalty, that could be costly. As KXI tries to close him down. But definitely at the moment, J. Luke is the firm favourite in the McLaren to get what would be a much needed result for him. As for that, it's wide open for the rest of the podium. Wide open. As each driver's give it the wrong, what's turned out to be a good race. The rain still continues to fall. He thought he was looking like a full wet race. Of course, no DRS today due to the rain. Is this Hobbsy's chance to get a move on Little One on the run down to turn 1? J. Luke not too far behind, but Hobbsy will be open here. This is his chance to get Little One into turn 1. Aston Martin versus Red Bull. Little One defends very well, to be fair, and keeps the place. J. Luke hunting them down like a lion against deer. Just waiting for his chance to prey. Pounce, not prey, pounce. You get me. You get my gist. You get my gist. So Cone Racing League free fall is currently race leader, 15 lap old on the intermediates. He leads in a real good battle between the top 4, in fairness. A really good battle between the top 4. Tasty battle, in fact. Between that top 4, which is wide open at the moment. Of course, one little mistake in the rain could be costly. It could be race over. You've got to be so careful. So careful, especially when you're battling at the top of the grid. Hobbs is still stuck behind Little One. J. Luke just needs to bide his time, not rush it. These boys have to pit again, don't forget. At the front, I have no doubt about that. So it's you know, it's J. Luke's race to lose here, no doubt about that at all for now. But of course, things can change. It's a cruel game. We've seen it before, and we'll see it again. Things can change very, very quickly in F1. But for now, J. Luke in 4th, looking to pounce on his first victim, which is the Red Bull Venwell scoring. He looks to have lost a little bit of time to Little One on that lap. Certainly not as close as he was, is he? Little One with no pen, looking pretty good at the moment to get a good result after what was a frustrating few races after that result in Bahrain. And J. Luke just doesn't need to rush it. You know, on them fresh tyres, just take your time. Thank you to the 8 people that are still watching. I hope you're enjoying what has turned out to be a really entertaining race in the end. A sprint race to the finish where it's still wide open. And J. Luke not having the best time on the intermediates, is he? They may be fresh, but he's still struggling as the rain continues to bounce it down here in Spain. The track gets wetter and wetter and wetter. That could be cover up a little bit of drama towards the back end of this Grand Prix. There's also a battle here as Bowie looks to get past AK. Bowie on the fresh tyres, or fresher tyres, still only 9th though. He'll know though, Bowie, that AK, maybe not AK actually, but WC will definitely pit again. A lot of these drivers in front of him will have to pit again, so Bowie could jump up quite a lot. And then potentially match, or even better, his P3 that he got, sorry, P2 that he got in Bahrain, wasn't it? And potentially another double Aston Martin podium, maybe, just maybe, who knows? We will see. Vipers Ken getting past the Ferrari. Vatterman's had a bit of a wobble. Vipers Ken's got trying to get recovery drive now, but at the moment still not in the points and nowhere near the points. You can see he's got a 12-second gap to Mazzles in front of him now. That's starting to run out as well. Is Jack Bowie was going to have a look on the McLaren of AK's. A little bit of contact there. AK had a bit of a wobble. Did Jack get damaged? No, he didn't. No visible damage anyway. But Jack knows he needs to get past AK here and just get a bit of clear track. Not worse than being stuck behind someone in the rain, is there? Not worse. As you can see, lap 26, it's still free fall from Little One, from J. Luke, who's got past Hobbsy. And Hobbsy starting to lose a bit of ground on Little One in front of him. On the Mulder tyres, 40 laps on the Inters now for Hobbsy and free fall, and Little One 17 for free fall. Who may try and push him to the end, but I don't know, I don't think so. I'll be surprised, trust me, I'll be very surprised. We're starting to get towards the closing stage of this race, and has Jack Bowie got past AK? Yes, he has. Jack into the top 8 again, and he'll know that a few drivers in front of him potentially have to pit again, so Jack with no pens as well in a good position so far for some good points. There's a real mix here, isn't there, between a penalty for J. Luke, that could be costly as well. Mazzles, AFL, AEK, Bowie. Lovely little mix here between 4 cars for that P8 position. Even better at the front, where you've got 4 cars battling for the win. 3 of the 4 cars have got penalties, including Jay Luke, who's just picked up a penalty as well, which could be costly. It means Little One, who's not got a pen, it'll suit him down to the ground at the moment. Little One won't it, if you keep in touch with free fall. But of course, them inters, especially free falls on 17 laps, will start to deteriorate. And I have no doubt, it's tough as it is in the rain around on them intermediate tyres. You might try to lock up to the end, but that'd be some stint, wouldn't it? As we head on to lap 27, it's the Mercedes, a free fall from the Aston Martin, a little one from the McLaren of J. Luke Hobbs. He's starting to drop and lose ground. It was a top 4 battle, it's now a top 3 battle. Hobbs, is he having some difficulties maybe? He's certainly dropping, isn't he? And losing ground on that top 3. As J. Luke closes the gap on Little One, still the race favourite. J. Luke, no doubt about that on the much fresher intermediate tyres. But Hobbs here, dropping. Little One's on defensive now. Wheel to wheel here, Little One and J. Luke. Oh, and there you go. And in fairness, Little One defended very, very well, but he's helped us in 12 lap older mediums. Intermediates. And even with a pen, it's still, the ball is supremely in J. Luke's caught here for his first official win of the season. Next up is free fall. He's done 18 laps on the inters, bless him. I mean, compare them, so you can see the deg on the tyre. It's gone. Nothing there, is there? On free false tyres. Compare it to J. Luke's, big difference. Obviously starting to close a gap on Little One again now, so maybe a bit of a battle in between the two of them for that podium place. KXI still stuck behind Smithy. Where's Bowie now? He's pulled away from AEK and AFL. Also got a bit of a gap to the rest of the pack, but of course on them fresher intermediates might try and push. These inters, and you look at the inters here, so it likes a free fall, Little One, Obsy, WC. They'll start to hurt. They'll start to hurt you. Free fall will do his best to defend against J. Luke here, but on 15 lap older tyres, it's going to be a very tough job. And in fairness, I think that J. Luke's got it in the bag, hasn't he, so far. But of course, I think there could be another twist of the tail in this race yet. There is a twist in the tail. Someone's retired, I think, or span. It's Mazzles in the wall. Damage, no wing. Oh, and that's his chance of points over. Into the pits he goes. But that's definitely his chance of points over. Piper's Ken into 11th. But still, at the moment, out of the points. There's Hobbs here. Getting closer to the Little One. J. Luke getting very close to free fall. Mercedes versus McLaren. Look at this. Here we go. Going for a breaking late, J. Luke here. And getting the job done, I think. What a good move. And fair play to Scott for giving him the room as well. I think Scott realises that J. Luke's on much fresher tyres, in fairness. And J. Luke's job now is to kick off into the sunset, right off into the sunset with the fresher tyres and bring home the win. The ball is in his court, definitely now, to bring it home. And yeah, bar any mistakes, I think he should have it in the bag. It's a battle here between the rest of them, innit, for a podium. And the tyres are getting older and older and older as the laps go on, especially free fall. He's now on to his 20th lap on the inters, which really is some stint, isn't it? Little One and Obsy done 17 laps each. Of course, Obsy's got a pen, Little One hasn't, so at the moment Little One probably getting P2, I think, here. Over, what are the pens looking like? 3-3, yeah. So as it stands, J. Luke from Little One from free fall with a podium. But of course, that could still change. The yellow flag, it's a McLaren, it's AEK, who's done the same thing as Mazzles, into the wall. Oh, AEK. Same thing, same spot. What a weird place to lose it. No wing again, weird. That's probably his chances of the point was done and dusted as well now. A frustrating start to off KXI. Both drivers on 14 lap older intermediates. Both drivers have got pens. The only driver not in the top 6 not to have a pen. His Little One, was that Hobbs? Did a bit of a wiggle, and I think it might have been. Possibly. And fair play to free fall. He's going to try and nurse it home, which is going to be so tough as he heads on for his 21st lap on the intermediates. Which should be some result, wouldn't it? It reminds me of Bowie in Bahrain with them mediums that he did. And a fast lap for J. Luke. We're not actually had a fastest lap point this season yet, because every time someone gets a fast lap, it's someone outside the points that gets it. But as it stands, J-Luke on for a win and the fastest lap, a result that could put him right back into the mix here in the championship, especially when you look at the JL's got nothing tonight. Vipers Ken on the border of getting nothing tonight. Hobbs only in fourth, and that could drop. So potentially a good night for J-Luke, which puts him right back into the mix. KXI still stuck behind Jay Smithy. And what a job Smithy's done, to be fair. He's got pens, but what a good job in the Alpine. He brought on a good result last week, didn't he, in France? 4 points he got last week, Smithy. And he's going to, by the looks of it, bring home points again. And fair play to him. Fair play. J-Luke's about to lap Jack Priddy, as well as the... who's the one in front, is it? Yeah, AK as well. His teammate. Yellow flags letting people go through, innit? Massive call for the winner from me. So you did call it, didn't you, Fabi, to be fair, mate? Don't jinx it now, commentator's curse, mate. Let's head on to lap 31, 3 laps of racing to go, and can freefall bring it home. This will be his 22nd lap on intermediates. Fair play. Fair play to Scott. Hobbsy, little one, still going at it, but of course Hobbsy's got a pen. Oh, little one's off the track! Oh no! And that could be the podium front away from little one. A mistake on his own accord. Off the track in the last corner onto the gravel, no damage, but lost a lot of time there to free fall, and he's lost a place to Hobbsy. And that could potentially be the podium in the bin for little one, unless he can get his foot down and bring it back. But a big mistake there, which could cost him. It's great news for free fall and for Hobbsy, but not the greatest news for little one. He's now got to try and bring it back. KXI has finally got past the Alpine of Smithy. J Barry would have hoped when he pitted earlier, people in front of him would have pitted. May have to settle for a potential P7, P8. AFL in 9. It's not far traditional P8, is it? Vipers Ken. He's going to get at least a point, depending on the incident with Jay Lawler, but he has got himself back into the point spot. A real disappointing night, Vipers Ken, the one who started on pole. Only a point at very best tonight for him by the looks of it. Thank you to the 9 people that are still in the stream, still watching. Much love. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. As the fight for a podium goes on, free fall, obviously little one, only 2 of them can get it. Is that AEK who's gone off the track? It is AEK! Into a wall. More damage, and that's his chance of points completely gone now. No wing again for AEK. 2 laps to go. It's another fast lap from J. Luke, who's absolutely flying tonight. Flying towards his first real win of the season, not including the sprint race. Again, first quality, a real poor start to the season, but I tell you, he's on his way here to getting the win. And give us a different race winner. Bahrain was Hobbsy. Zandvoort was Jay Wills. France was Vipers Ken. Is Spain going to be J. Luke? Well, I tell you, he's on course for it to be J. Luke. Free fall on 23 laps of intermediate. It's still going strong, and he's getting closer and closer to a podium. Hobbsy knows he's got to pull 3 seconds on the little one to get a podium. As it stands, he isn't doing that. KXI has got a pass Smithy, but they've got pen. WC not got a pen, but of course he's getting 10 seconds added at the end. Due to an incident last week, could drop him quite a bit. Bowie knows again that he's got to try and bring it home and get points. AFL. Penalties. No worries, mate. 1 second. There you go. There's your penalties. So 3 for the top 3. 8 for KXI and Smithy. 3 for Bowie. 3 for Atom, Miles and AEK. Nothing for Little One, WC. But WC is getting a penalty. He had a 10-second penalty which was carried over to this week, so he'll get 10 seconds at the end of the race, which will probably drop him below maybe these 3. There's your tyres as we head on to our last lap of what has been a very eventful Grand Prix. A bit of a disappointing start to the race, but the end has been superb. With Morjan, Muscles going in the pits and retired, he's not going to get any points, as he bless him. And unfortunately for the Red Bull, his night is over. On board then with the McLaren of J. Luke's had a poor start to the season, but a win here which could flip the coin for him and put him right back into the mix. The fastest lap point looks certain as well. It's going to be a solid 26 points for J. Luke. 26 points that could give him a big boost in the title race. 26 points that he needed massively. He's going to get more points tonight than he did in the previous 3 races, J. Luke. Barring mistakes, going to come home and get his first win of the season in what's been a wet and windy Spanish Grand Prix. Is there another incident in the start? There is an incident. Is it Bowie? Mazel? Oh, it's part of Mazel's car's come back out, isn't it then? So J-Luke knows, nursed the car home, and he's got his first win, and that'll feel good, the first win of the season, to get him on the board and get him right back into the mix. And it's going to be McLaren's night, I think, here in Spain, isn't it? And like they really needed. It's been dramatic, it's been fun, it's been eventful. It's been a long, long night, but on board then when J-Luke is going to round the last couple of corners, nurse the car home and get his first official win. It's going to be 4 different race winners in the opening 4 races here. But any mistakes from J-Luke going to round the last couple of corners. It's been 33 eventful, wet, windy laps, but J-Luke rounds the last corner to bring the McLaren home and win the Spanish Grand Prix. Then it's a toss-up between Freefall, Hobbsy and Little One. 24 laps, 25 laps from Freefall. Where will it put him? Little One has an incident, but he still brings home a P3. It's P2 for Freefall on 25 laps of inters. He's agonisingly close to a podium from Hobbsy. That mistake from Little One cost him a P2 by 3 tenths. Fair play to Freefall on 25 laps. Little One back on the podium. He got a podium in Bahrain. He's got a podium in Spain. That'll feel good for him. Obviously, so close. A good result for KXI. A really good result for Jay Smithy, to be fair, who gets more points for Alpine WC. In 7th, of course, will get a 10-second penalty, which will drop him down a bit. AFL Mr. P8 does it again. Bowie 95% does get a point, but that, of course, could change nothing for Atom, for AR Jeopardy, and for AEK. But congratulations to J-Luke, who's got that win under his belt, a win that could give him a lot of confidence now as he kicks on in the championship. It's McLaren's night in Spain. J-Luke wins the Spanish Grand Prix. There you have it. From 4th to 1st, 8th to 2nd, 10th to 3rd. Little One so close to a P2 though. That little mistake cost him by 3 tenths, but fair play to Freefall. Hobbsy close to podium, he gets 4th. KXI gets 5th for Williams. Jay Smithy gets a really good result again in P6. WC had a great drive, but that 10-second penalty will probably drop him down to 10th, which is a bit of a shame for him. AFL will jump up 1, Bowie and Vipers will jump up 1 as well. Nothing for Atom, but a good drive from Atom in fairness. Certainly did his bit on his first night and so close to point. Possibly could still get points depending on penalties. Jack, AK, Mazzles, and then the rest of them absolutely nothing tonight. How long was that race, by the way? 55 minutes, jeez. Congratulations to J-Luke, to Freefall and Little One. My driver of the day today is Mr. Scott himself, Freefall, I think, from 8th second on 26 laps of intermediate. Scott, you, sir, are the driver of the day for Spain. Well done, my friend. Let's see, J-Luke, Freefall and Little One want a bit of a chat before we end the stream. It's been a long night, of course, but let's see if anyone want a chat. A quick chat before we I was hoping for a Little One or Freefall punch. I know, mate. It's fair play to them too. Fair play to you, mate. It's a good result at P4 points, mate. Puts you, I think, possibly top of the championship, obviously, maybe there. We'll work it out, but possibly. Let's add Scott. Is that a different podium sitter again in 3-4? So many good podium sitters again, so many different podium sitters. Let's see if J-Luke, Scott, or Little One want a bit of a chat with us before we go. We'll start with Scotty Boy. Scotty Boy! Mr. Freefall.
Alright, Hedge.
Alright, mate. I'm interviewing you for a change, mate. The tables have turned.
It's a reverse of last Monday.
Obviously, a very interesting race, a long race. A bit of a safety car, which was a pain and ruined the first part of the race. But after that, a solid drive from yourself. 26 laps, I believe, on intermediates. Were they on the edge of going, or?
They're only at 52%.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got a good setup for Spain, just with tyre wear and well, I think it was Sandvor as well. I did 20 laps in the soft, so it seems to be a kind of strong point in this game. I can manage my tyres decently, so.
I suppose it probably helped with the safety cars, innit? Because I would imagine that them tyres were on the safety car as well, weren't they, for a couple of laps?
About 10 laps, probably.
All right, okay.
I think probably lap 9, and I think the last safety car was like lap 18 or something.
You told me before the race that you turned traction control off, I believe, haven't you, as well?
Yep. That was the first race with it off.
And not a bad result, mate. P8 to P2. You are driver of the day as well, mate, just so you know. Driver of the day today. So a good result for you. That's your first podium of the season. Where can you go from here? How high can you go, do you reckon? Like, have you got a target? Or just roll with the flow sort of thing?
Roll with the flow. A win would be nice. But you've got a lot of quick guys, J-Luke, Hobbsy, Kane, J. Laura. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe another couple of podiums would be nice.
Hey, mate, that'd be great. That's 19 points tonight, mate, and a very, very good drive, pal. So well done for that. And hopefully tomorrow you're interviewing me when I win.
Yeah, fingers crossed for you, mate. We can reverse this role again.
Yeah, cheers, pal. Very well done tonight, mate. 100% P1, man. What's sick of getting P2? No more. P1 tomorrow. Joking aside, mate, very well done tonight, and I will hopefully speak to you tomorrow, my friend.
Cheers, mate.
Well done, pal. Mr. Ethan, little one.
How are we, Hedge? How are we?
I'm very well, mate. Yourself?
Not too bad. Nice cheeky 2-0 win for the Chelsea today.
He has to bring it up.
P3 tonight.
It was a P3. He was only 3 tenths from P2, and I saw you have a little bit of an incident on the last corner onto the gravel, which probably cost you your P2.
Yeah.
What happened? Just lose it?
Coming out of the chicane, just let up the tyres a little bit too much, and then I was kind of reeling from that one, and took her a little wide, unfortunately, and lost the P2.
But still a solid result, though, mate. You had a lot of pressure from Hobbsy, didn't you, that race? A lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's usually an absolutely rapid driver. I mean, you've seen him jump straight into Tier 2 in Cone. So we know that he's got the pace. But I enjoy the wet. Any game, any Formula 1 game, I absolutely love the wet conditions. So I nearly had Scott as well. But that was taken out of my hands, unfortunately.
That's your second podium of the season already. 4 races in. I know you had a bit of a tough time in obviously in Zandvoort and France, things that weren't obviously your fault. But that's 2 podiums in 4 races. Back on the podium after a couple of tough races. And to be fair, you and Bowie are doing a really good job in the Aston Martin, and I have no doubt that you'll be up there in the constructors to win it.
Yeah, me and Jack have got a really good relationship, to be fair. I gave him a little bit of a tow in qualifying before I turned into an Aussie and put the car upside down. Give him a bit of tow in quali, and if the situation was reversed, I know Jack would do the same to me. So that's what we're both aiming for, really. Yeah, we're both going for that constructors, but now I'm not getting crashed into. you see me on the podium more regularly.
Mate, that's what I want to see, mate. That's twice now in 4 races. I think you got a couple towards the end of last season as well. So you're certainly hitting the form and becoming a top driver in the league. What I want to ask you quickly before you go is, it's Baku next week, first street circuit of the season. Are you confident round there, or how are you feeling about Baku?
We'll have to see. Usually around Baku, I'm okay. I'd say if I had to base my rating out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 6, maybe a 7 at a push. A lot of quick guys in this league. Moving on onto the new game, a lot of guys have really improved. Jay Luke's come back into the league. Hobbsy's really improved. Jay Lawler's always been a quick one. Ken's quick, taking 4 poles from 4, I believe.
Yeah, mate.
Actually, I'm thinking about it now. Baku's on the 29th, isn't it?
Next week, mate. Next Sunday.
If that's the 29th, I might not be able to make it, fella.
Oh.
Yeah, birthday.
Hey, mate, it's your birthday. What you got to celebrate? And Jay Law's not here next week either, so that's 2 big drivers not here.
Ooh, There's some big losses. Gives the reserves a bit of a shout.
Of course it does. It's a long season as well, isn't it? You know, we do every track, so it's normal to me. Everyone's going to miss a race or two.
Exactly.
But if you're not here next week, at least you've got a podium to end off with until you come back. I believe after Baku, it's Mexico in 2 weeks. That's another interesting one. Then we're off to Austria, I think. So it's a nice couple of circuits coming up. It's been a tough start, I think, as well, hasn't it, with Spain and Zandvoort, France. Not an easy start.
Yeah.
But some nice ones to look forward to. Yeah, definitely.
You've got a lot of different tracks. You've got Baku as a street circuit, then you move to Mexico, which is a fast... it's got a lot of fast corners.
Yeah.
And then you've got Austria, which is a lot of straights. So.
Well, very well done to that, mate. Have a good birthday next week if you're not here.
Cheers, mate.
Chris Panda's just commented that he's your engineer, so he's taking credit for your result, apparently.
Yeah, Chris was... I've got to... before I go, I'd love to give a big shout out to Chris Panda, the crew chief for the night.
The engineer Panda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very well done, mate, tonight.
Chris Panda.
Well done, pal.
Cheers, mate.
No worries, pal. Well done. We'll end with our race winner. Jamie, are you with us, pal?
I am indeed, sir.
Right, talk to me, because you've had a bit of a dodgy start to the season. I'm sure you'll agree, a bit of a dodgy start to the season. You're normally flying every race and dominating. What's happened? I've not spoke to you for a bit. Like, have you just had a bit of bad luck, or like, what's happened in the first 4 races?
I've just had a really tough time adjusting to the new game. Really, and this race today, even with the qualifying crash, that wasn't up to my standards either.
These things happen though, mate. It's a new game, innit? New game. But it's a win. It's a win tonight. A win that you dominated. In fairness, as soon as you were, I had a bit of good luck with obviously with Jake and Vipers having an incident. But to be fair, as soon as you pulled away, you were miles ahead. Very quick question: why did you pit early for Inters? Because you pitted really early on the safety car. Why was that? Because you had no damage, did you?
No, I had no damage. It was strategical. The thinking behind it was because Ken didn't go straight away as soon as he could. So me pitting early, I'd just do a couple extra laps longer on both stints because I was still going to do a 2-stop.
Okay.
And luckily with all these safety cars and picking up a position or two after every one, it just came to a point where I was practically near the lead by the time everybody started pitting at the front. So
it worked out in the end, and to be fair, you got the fastest lap as well. It's the first time all season that someone's got the point for that, because you normally get it when you're in the points, so it's nice to actually award the point now to someone. It's Baku next week. I mean, you've won tonight. Are you going to kick on from there now and get to the top, or do you think you'll have a bit of a tough run in Baku? Do you like Baku, or...?
No, I hope so, because the next one circuits you've said I do really enjoy.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be a good start to redemption, let's say.
We've got a long way to go, mate. We're not in a rush. We're here for the next 6 months or something, aren't we? So.
But with a lot of the big guys dropping points tonight, it was definitely needed.
Well,
today.
I think that's what helped you, because obviously Jake got nothing. Vipers might not get anything either. Jay Wills isn't here, so 3 of the top 4 straight away haven't got any points. So for you to get a win, it's big. And Baku next, you get a win there and you're right back in the mix. But well done to get your first win, mate. Hopefully for you now it's a redemption. We will see.
Thank you, mate.
Take care, pal. Well done, mate.
Thank you, mate. Take care.
You too, mate. Well done. There you have it. That's your top 3. That's Spain. A ridiculously long race with plenty of drama, a lot of rain, a lot of controversy. But that's Edge Racing. That's F1. Thank you so much, everyone that's been in the stream tonight. Watched the whole thing with me. Keeping me company, it really is a pleasure. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. As always, I'll be back streaming tomorrow from 8 PM in Com Racing League Tier 4. I'll be racing in France, hoping to improve my P2 from the season opener last week and get on with myself. Who knows, I'll do my very best. But thank you tonight for showing my support as always. It's Baku next Sunday. We're off to Azerbaijan for the first street circuit of season 4. Until then, look after yourselves. Have a very, very good evening. Take care.